Welcome to Toffee TV, here with Andy. We are talking about centre backs. Before we start, this video is sponsored by OneFootball, the app that keeps you up to date with all the latest transfer rumours, like what centre back should Everton sign, stats and scores, all in one place. To download the app, click the link. Like I said there, and onto centre backs. Obviously, Everton's preferred choice is Kurt Zouma.
Yep.
You know, the manager's come out and said that.
Yeah.
I think the club are saying that through many different channels. Yeah. The Chelsea situation obviously is complicating everything.
Of course, slowing it down, yeah.
You know, but they've submitted their bid now to have it. The appeal's gone into the CAF, hasn't it?
Yeah.
So, you know, that's where we're up to with that.
Yeah. It's just waiting for. I think a lot of it relies on they're in flux because they're waiting on the appeal. They're waiting on the change of a manager. They could. Realistically, even if the ban was in place, they could still afford to sell Zouma to us if he wanted to go, because they've got Christensen, Louise, Rudiger, and they've just got Tomori who's coming back from Derby. So they've got 4 centre-backs. And
Azpilicueta can play.
Yeah, they've got Azpilicueta, even Reece James, whatever's happening. Remember, he played centre-half for England the other week. So they've got options. It's not like the Shaws. It's just whether they want to sell players. That'd be the issue. But hopefully we can get over the line. I really love Kurt Zouma. I was really big fan of him last year. Even when he played for Stoke, and a lot of people thought, we got Stoke relegated. He wasn't the problem. That wasn't the problem with Stoke. He was really good. And even looking at him last season, there was certain games we made little errors, and I know people put videos up where he was out of position, but you could do that with any centre half. Even Michael Keane had his bad times, last season. So, but together they sort of dovetail each other, they make each other better. Keane is a stopper who heads the ball out, goes to meet the man. Kurt Zouma covers in behind. If you played someone next to Keane who's very similar to him, and you're playing a high line, then the pace in behind is going to hurt you, and that's what you really need to cut out. You need someone who can cover for Keane, or even Mina. Because I think the problem for me is the scary thing with me. If you went into the season with Mina and Keane and Holgate behind them, Mina and Keane together over the long term, I just don't like the fit. I think you need someone a bit more pacey, a bit more quick. But then, so hopefully Zouma does sign, yeah.
I mean, he's that, like I said, he's impressed all.
No, he's good in the air, he's fast, he's smart, he's quite smart, but he's only going to get better. This is what, last season was his second year after his knee injury. He's getting more and more, and he's still only 24, so he's still not even in his prime yet. So how good is he going to be when he's 27, 28? That's again, I know Kurt Zouma's a known commodity now, but even so, he's still a player investing for the next, until the next 4 years. Kurt Zouma would be a really good centre back to invest in, but he's got that Premier League quality.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose there's going to be responsibility on him. Yeah. Because he's probably going to have to drive the move if he wants to get here. Obviously, we've let it be known through the press. We've let it be known to him. Yeah. We've let it be known to Chelsea that we want to take him permanently. Like you just mentioned, it's their hands are tied a little bit at the minute until.
Yeah, there's not a flux at the club. Yeah.
But if it, a lot of journalists over the weekend were saying that they feel as though the ban will be. Frozen until
they have to request these, so they've appealed and then they have to request for it to be frozen. Now, if it turns out that they've only requested it to be frozen just so they can sign players, not because they believe they're going to win the case, they'll get an extension on the ban. But I think Chelsea probably know, with the money and the solicitors and the lawyers they've got, they can probably get it overturned. So they probably will get the ban frozen, and they're probably then going to go spend a lot of money, because if they're going to be banned for the 2 windows after January, you need to spend a lot of money. And I think then Zouma will think to himself, it's probably time to move for me. It's time for me to play first team football.
24.
He's getting and you know what helped really? He got to start getting back on the French side as well, and he played for Everton. That sort of helped me. A couple of years ago he might not have got, but Everton wasn't. I suppose at times players didn't get in the squad for play for Everton, but now that sort of helped. He can enable you to look for Charleston. He's in the Brazil squad now. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So Ettiene as well.
Exactly. So they're all back on the squad. All from playing for Everton now, getting international recognition. I think he'll want to come back and play for. And he knows he'll start as well, I think.
Well, that's it, isn't he? It's just the manager. He knows the fans like him. He likes the fans. He knows the lads. Yeah. So therefore, all of a sudden, half your battles are done. You're settled. Yeah. So if he can come straight back in,
he'd be mine. As I'm a big fan of the kids, so he'd be mine. If we could sign a centre back, just even for continuity, partnership's important. You know what I mean? He's friends with me, I think, as well. So even whatever combination of centre halves, they're going to be used to playing with each other. So it'll just be seamless instead of you're bringing, say, we brought in someone who will discuss other people, but they're going to have time to get to know each other. So it takes time, yeah. So just for such seamless transitions next season, we're going to probably have other players in other positions coming in. That'll be one position where we're solid there. Yeah.
Because if we could start the season the way we finished it,
I think we'd be sound in it. And then if you've got did that same 11, and then you've got players who you've bought who slowly integrate in the side, then we're going to be fine going into I think that's what Brands wants to do. I don't think he wants to sign 8 new players and trying to get them in the first team. It'll be sort of a transition into a new side. I think he's quite probably happy with certain. He just wants to add a little bit of quality to it.
Definitely. So if that's Zouma aside, I think we'd all agree,
fingers crossed.
We'd like him to stay. If he wasn't to stay, if he was to remain at Chelsea or whatever, Everton have been linked with a few other, which we're linked with, let's be honest, we're linked with 3 or 4 players a day but we have been linked with a couple of other defenders. First one, Diego Llorente.
Yeah, he plays for Real Sociedad, 6'1". You know, he's a finesse type of defender. He's not someone who's like who goes to meet the man. He's not using his strength. Someone who sort of picks the ball. If he's a smart, intelligent defender. The thing I like about Diego Llorente, you know, is his passing's great. Like, he's passing it through the lines. Like, you know, I can't remember which, it was early in the season, Holgate was playing at centre half at the time. And I think it was where Walcott missed and Gylfi set him up. He passed it like about 40 yards into feet. That type of passing to put you on the front and through the lines is what you need. You know, if you look at...
I think Michael Keane's brilliant at that.
He's a good passer, yeah. Zouma's not bad either, but they're getting better at passing, which is, you know... one thing I'll say about Michael Keane is it was a bit of a transition when he came to Everton. He came from Burnley where they played 2 narrow right and left back, and basically he had to cover really the penalty box really. Whereas Everton higher line, he has to cover space and behind. So you might see even more improvement Michael Keane this season. But having someone like a Zouma or even maybe Diego Llorente, someone who can come in cover him behind, that also helps. But yeah, Llorente, as I say, he is a really good centre half. 30 million, yeah, for a decent centre half, yeah. It's just the pace of the Premier League. That's all you worry about with Spanish centre half. Certain ones adapt, certain ones don't. He is, as I say, good ball playing centre half, and he'd be someone I'd have at Everton. Yeah, definitely.
Is he quick enough?
He's quick, but I wouldn't say he's like top. I wouldn't say Zouma would absolutely have him in a race. You know what I mean? That for me is like is a big thing. When you take a player out, so say we lost Zouma, you need to replace what we're missing, and that pace. Llorente could, is good enough to play there. He'd be certainly an asset, but I want more pace at my sense. Just because look at the way the Premier League's changing. A lot of the teams have got like 3 little small strikers or wide forwards, whatever you want to call them. It's hard to defend when you're the big lad. Unless you're quick yourself, it's quite hard to defend against them cutting across you. As well with Llorente, something quite big on his lateral quickness. You'll be able to shuffle across him. He's not the quickest laterally, you know what I mean? Where Zouma, come across, cross, which cuts down the passing and the shooting angle. So yeah, again, no, I like Llorente. As you can probably say by the time, but it's not something about woo, I'm excited by it. But he is a good player. He is a good player, to be fair.
Okay, Jenny Dackerman.
Yeah,
he keeps getting linked.
He got linked last season, I think, as well. But I just don't see it. He's 5'10", by the way. I know there's a lot of people out there like, oh no, not 5'10" centre half. But yeah, he's decent in the air. He's not like someone who's like struggles in the air. Like it's dead hard to get past him. But Getafe are like very similar to Burnley. So again, it'd be a transition where you've got 2 narrow full-backs. You basically have to defend a small area. It might be a struggle for him to adapt. I think he's been linked with Atletico Madrid as well. He'd probably suit because the way they play is very similar to that. So they play in the low block. Yeah, I don't think that's crap. He's 27, 5'10". There's a lot of red flags there that I just don't think Everton would be interested in him really. No, it just doesn't fit for me.
The problem you've got at the moment is, I think we said this last week, that you've got a lot of agents feeding everything.
Oh yeah, he wants to move. They're trying to get him out of Getafe because I think Atletico Madrid were insistent. I think they moved on and signed fully from Porto when Godin left. So he's trying to get him a move because he's probably said to him, "We'll get you're going to get you to move this summer, you get your wages put up." But now they're struggling. They start feeding the Premier League names to get entice other interest. Yeah,
that's it. Yeah, you get out all the pressure made up with getting these new names every day.
Yeah, it's something right.
Build and
it helps me as well, and helps yourself. You know what I mean? So I don't mind the rumours.
Something to talk to. Yeah, something to talk about. Musa Niakate, who you were talking about.
Yeah, like Musa Niakate's left-footed, 6'3". He plays for Mainz. Came from Metz in League 2 he was in League 1 last season before last. Sorry. He'd be someone. He's more of a Zouma type, but he's left-footed, so it's a tiny bit different in that sense. But again, quick, strong. He's one of that generation of French centre halves that's coming through where they've got like 6, 7, 8, 9 deep. Where basically people who are not on the squad are probably good enough to play for England at one point. But yeah, he's really good player. As I say, strong, quick, good instincts. Needs to make less fouls. He's a bit for foul prone, but he's getting there. He's getting better. He'd be someone. I'd say he'd be high on my list if we were going to replace Zouma. Left-footed centre half. Sometimes like that balance. But the funny thing about him is when he plays for Mainz, they play him on the right side of the centre halves because when a right footer's cutting in, he's on his natural side, yeah. But when he plays on the left, it's a bit more difficult for him. So yeah, but yeah, he'd be someone I'd sign. Yeah, definitely. He's got, as I say, someone who picks up he's someone who picks up awareness. He's aware. He picks up danger quite quick, and he's only going to get better again. He's what? He's 22.
Is he quick enough?
Yeah, he's quick enough. Yeah. I was watching just as preparation. I do my homework. I was watching against Team Away, and he was stride for stride winning it. You know, that type of pace. You know, muscled them off the ball quite easily.
Yeah, because that's a key element now in the Premier League.
Well, yeah, isn't it? You try and chase down like Aguero's son. People like that. Salah's, because they're all the type of players you try and chase down, and being able to sort of move with them, cut their stop them shooting. That's the key. And if you got if you got two, like I always use Brighton as an example, they've got the Twin Towers and Duncan. They find it difficult. They find it difficult to defend smaller strikers unless they're sitting deep, which is probably why Brighton probably changes centre half this season. I'm going to guess because they possibly have them further up the pitch. But yeah,
it is the pace aspect catches so many defenders out. You come into the league and you can be big and strong, but you're up against the pace that the game's played at, coupled with the pace that you're facing.
Yeah, exactly.
And you're right, and more strikers nowadays are, because the top teams do play with the front three. Yeah, it will quite quick, really.
That's what I've been saying to people. People go, "Oh, he's 5'11". I think that's going to change. Centre backs, like forwards, will get smaller eventually. Obviously, you're always going to have your Van Dijks, the world who's 6'5" and still fast, but players who can't live with the pace, it's going to be very difficult for them to play in certain systems, like especially in high lines, because if you've got players coming in behind and you can't chase them down, that recovery pace is key.
Yeah.
People say Michael Keane's slow, and he isn't the quickest, but you see him when he lift the ball off Salah's toe that time. He's got decent recovery pace.
Can make up. Well, he's a big lad, so he's got, you're right, it's sometimes reaction play.
Yeah. It's short bursts sometimes.
Players can be quick. Players can be quick, but if they're slow reacting, it's up here as well. You've got to read the game, and that's why some defenders who you people never ever thought Jagielka was quick.
He was quick.
He was one of the quickest in the Premier League, but it was because sometimes you get caught out of position and he'd have to...
That's part of the awareness and that positional sense. If you can position yourself to cover the man's pace, even if you drop off 5 yards, or even if you can just sense the danger where the ball's going to go, you can cut yards up the pace that way.
Yeah, and cope with it. So obviously all these are getting there, will be assessed anyway. Yeah. We keep getting fed names, but this is someone you really like, I know he is.
So he's 18, he plays for St and his name's William Saliba. I think, again, I don't like to be, I don't off, by the way, I made one before on the strikers about Leao. This is another lad who's going to be special, like really special. Plays for the same team as Zouma, came up in St Ettiene. He's 6'4", fast, strong, smart defender. He was probably, I think, St Etiene's best player in the second half of the season in the French league. Now, I know people don't think the French league's great, but it's the breeding ground for all these centre halves. They've got, I don't know if people have seen him. There's Konate in Germany. He's like, I rate him really highly. He's fantastic. Plays for Leipzig. This lad's going to be on that level. They'll probably be. Again, they've got Pavard and Hernandez as well. They've got so many good centre halves. But these are players who are like going to be really like top level defenders. And then this lad's got the ability to be like really. Similar to Zouma when he first came around. I think unfortunately with Zuma's injury, it sort of kept him back a bit. But he's got that top level ability. And if you're going to, I think Arsenal will link with Saliba for 25 million. That's just worth the money. I know he's 18 and people go, "Oh, he's 18," but if we couldn't sign Zouma, he'd be perfect.
Would he?
Yeah, he's we had John Stones in the team at 18, 19, didn't we? And he did well. He was working things out, but this lad's an investment. You'd pay for that. Like you can't teach instincts at 18 like that. If he was 22 ago, he'd be different because then you can sort of weigh it up. But at 18, that natural instinct, that natural ability to pick up danger, that pace, the strength. He's just such a talent. Like, I could go to wax lyrical about him all day, really.
That's good. Who does he remind you of? Zouma, does he? Is he
a similar type to Zouma, or similar Van Dijk, about an inch smaller. But yeah, that type who's just smart. He just can't be. When a player is so strong and so fast like that, like an athlete, same with that Konate, you just can't. Like, it's so hard as a striker, especially if you're small. Like, if you're small, like trying to get out muscled and someone's that strong, and that fast against you. It's just that's a perfect combination of size, speed and size, which is, I think, sometimes in the sense that I've said this before. You need the balance of centre half. You need that stopper, like you have with Vidic, and then ball playing centre half who's quick in Ferdinand or Carvalho, Terry. So you need that. And I think with Everton, Keane, Zouma, Mina and Zouma, that'd be sort of a perfect combo. If we couldn't get Zouma, touch wood that we can, someone like Saliba, who's good now, I'd say good enough to start for Everton now, but in 2 or 3 years you're talking like a defender who's just going to be like top level.
Alright, then there's one for you. Zouma or Saliba?
Oh, I'd say, but, like, me as like someone who scouts players, I go, Saliba, he's got the most talent. But like, if you're going to be smart about it, it's Zouma, because he's already got that connection with Michael Keane. Yeah. And he already knows Mina. He's got the
keeper and the left.
He's also Zouma is a Champions League centre half at his best. So that's, again, you're not losing anything by like even Zouma. It's also, he's not a short term investment. He could be Everton centre half for the next 6 or 7 years. So I'd be more than happy with Kurt Zouma. Saliba, we'll see what happens with him. He could go, if Arsenal want to sign him, I think Man City have been linked, Monaco, other teams like that. Someone will make an investment on him. It'll be like Varane was at that age. Varane was, you just can't miss. He's a can't miss type of player.
I feel like we need to buy him.
I would. It's hard to say spend 30 million on the back. He might be, if you sign Zouma, backup centre half, but you think that quality. He's saying he's at 18. He's better than all cases at centre back already. I'm going to be honest. That's the type of level we're talking about. He's already, and Holgate probably is going to be our fourth centre half this season. Yeah, he's fantastic. Yeah, I think when you just see him, he was 17 when I first seen him. He's just. He missed the under-20s because he got injured before the tournament. So that's why no one's seen him.
Sounds like...
Well, yeah, it's honestly, if anyone wants to go watch him on YouTube, or if you've got Wisecout like I've got or whatever, go and watch him. He's just fantastic. Yeah, you can just see it straight away. It's just like you have to watch him for like a minute.
I think I'll make it brew in a minute and put William Saliba on. Yeah. Is there anyone else just off the top of your head?
Let's have a little think. Boubacar Kamara is another good player from France. He plays for Marseille. Really good pass to the ball, quick again. He's smaller than Saliba, and he's more he's 6'1", similar height. He's 6'2". Yeah, but that's it's Jagielka size. Size. And to me, I never knew. Before I got into looking at height, you never could tell Jagielka was a smaller centre half. Let's be honest, he could have it. But yeah, Kamara's really good. Like he's another one. Who, as I say, all the centre backs are French now. But yeah, he's quality. And someone again at 19. Instinctively knows where he should be. He's going to get better and better. Can play defensive midfield as well because they're good on the ball as well. So that's key now because back in the day, since that just got rid of it, didn't he? Now you need to be able to play across the back, break the line. So we watched, if anyone watched England the other night, Frankie de Jong, who's no centre half, with that ability to break the press and play through the lines that's key now because if teams are on top of you, if you can get through the first and second level, it's like 4 on 3, 3 on 3. You know what I mean? That's straight in.
He's fantastic, de Jong, isn't he? I mean, he does take risks. He's
so confident though, and that's
took a couple the other night that he got away with, and I've seen him give the ball away. And
he's going to win. He's only 21 still, but that type of player, and even when we'll be talking about midfielders, that type of press resistance, centre backs, even as mad as it sounds, you need to be able to play through the levels quick, and if you can break the lines, it creates them the advantageous situations one on one. Obviously you want Charleston running a defender one on one. That's instead of break the 2 blocks of 8. You know what I mean?
In the way. Yeah. Interesting. Very, very interesting. There you go. That's our chat on centre backs. Like we said, Kurt Zouma quite obviously Everton's number one choice. We'll see where we go with that. But obviously Marcel Brands, Greta Steins, and Marco Silva, the rest of them will have backups to go for.
Yes.
And we may be them. And who knows? We could end up with William Saliba if we can't get Zouma. Who knows?
Yeah.
And if you do, just come back and watch this video and listen to Andy waxing lyrical about him.
Or I could be wrong, it may be terrible, who knows? I doubt it, no, he's really good.
Well, if you see...
I'll show you in a minute.
You look at a player, don't you, and you go...
Well, yeah, you can instantly say... some players you can watch one thing,
Just go, looks like a player immediately. So, we'll have to wait and see. In an ideal world, Kurt Zouma will come back just because of, like we said, the relationships with the goalkeeper and the left, but, he knows everything.
He's more than good enough as well,
And on we go, so... Let us know in the comments once again if you think there's a centre back we've missed who we should be talking about. Give this video a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. Big thanks to Andy.
No worries.
See you later.